Hey guys, welcome to WP Development's YouTube channel. We've seen that you guys had a ton of want to see this thing by all the views and all the likes and all the new subscribers, and we can't thank every one of you enough. So we wanted to kind of give you a rundown of O-line. O-line was brought up in the last 5 weeks. So let's start with the name. O-line is for Dalton Tucker. Dalton Tucker is a offensive lineman for the NFL team called the Colts here in Indianapolis. He came to us for a transmission in his 2017 Mega Cab. Had no idea who he was. I treated him like any other customer. We hung out for a couple of hours and talked about trucks. Until he left, I didn't even know he was an offensive lineman for the Colts. We kind of just kicked it off. He has a huge passion to follow a dream of having a pulling truck or having a hot street truck. Him and his cousin, we call him Red. They are just die-hard enthusiasts. And Dalton ended up buying a stock 12 valve one night and texted me about building a pulling truck from this stock truck. And I was like, Dalton, as much as I want to build one from scratch, we do not have the time for that. So we ended up searching around and finding deals. Found this truck over in northern PA from a fellow named Chris. So when we found that, we sent Dad off for a little test drive to try out our new trailer we bought and pick up an engine and this chassis and a new trailer all in one big swipe. So we wanted to build a pulling truck together, and we found all these parts and pieces, and he wasn't sure which class he wanted to go into. It was kind of like, well, I want to go into a beginner's class, say like a 2.6 deal. And my background was I started out in a 2.6 15 years ago. It was a 2.6 clip wheel. You had to have like factory drive line. It was miserable. I became a drag racer from that point on. And I always said if I ever got into another pulling truck, that it would definitely be like a run what you brung / super stock build. And that's kind of what we're going for. Currently the setup is honestly pretty simple. It's a 12 valve, right? Like the head we found from a racer in Ohio, Warren County Diesel. They had it on a pallet. It's a cast iron head. It's called a Heims head. It actually originated off of a super stock truck that was a fella named Carl Atlee, which is super cool because I used to go to the National Farm Machinery Show and watch Carl Atlee pull as a kid. So to have a piece of his old truck that was like a 2-time champion, points champion setup is absolutely amazing. It is a deck-plated solid block Hamilton setup with a 433 bore, so it's a big bore in this thing, with obviously a 6.7 crank. With that head, they have to run a custom injector. So we had Dan over at Shides actually lend us his injectors out of the dragster for our first attempt to pull, and then built us a brand new set to match this head and our piston bowls. So thank you, Shide Diesel, for that. That was amazing. And then we have currently a 107 millimeter GT55 based stainless diesel. It's a billet center section charger, dual ball bearings. It's a G57 turbine. I tell you what, I was kind of scared about like keeping it up on top of the boost, but at UCC, if you guys seen that pull, it was absolutely awesome. It was our first hook ever with this truck, and it turned out wonderful. I was scared of a hop. I was scared I wasn't going to be a good driver. There's just a lot to it, you know, being gone out of it for 15 years and then going to instantly to a hand throttle rather than, you know, I'm used to drag racing, so I'm used to buttons on my steering wheel, throwing parachute levers and stuff like that. we knocked it out of the park, went 298 feet, felt great, but I chose the wrong gear. It was definitely my decision in the drop box. So you have like two quick exchange gears that you can swap in and out for different final drive ratios. I chose like an 11.1 ratio, which was definitely too high, but I did plan on running last where it was a dust storm rather than very first before anybody else had been down it, so it did hook a lot better than I expected. It pulled the RPMs way down on the engine, and this turbo just kept chugging along. We also, in that time frame, from the time I hooked to the sled to the time I ended, I didn't have bolts for my adjustable pump gear, so I just grabbed some out of the bolt bin, kind of like last minute stuff, and they lost tension, head tension, and the timing had slipped all the way back to 20 degrees of timing some point in that pull too. So that definitely didn't help us on the power side of things. But it's all a learning curve, right? Like, it's our first pulling truck in the last 15 years, and the super stock guys that I've been talking to have been absolutely amazing with tons of information of, hey, do this, hey, do that. I've been on the phone with the NTPA guys, Marv over there. He's been awesome to work with, telling me what rules that I need to abide by. I had a lot of questions. You guys are way different than our drag racing world, so I just want to make sure I do it right. Our goal is to try to be there at Bowling Green this year, August 14th, 15th, 16th, a 3-day event. It's like the Super Bowl of, super stock diesels. If we could even place, somewhere in the top 5 would be amazing. That would be such a huge accomplishment for us. But definitely bringing home the ring would be cool too. The other one that we really me personally just want to be at is the National Farm Machinery Show indoor hook. I grew up from when I was, I think, like 14 years old, going to that. I never missed a year for many, many years. And that was just always a dream to be the guy down in one of those trucks. Like, I looked up to those guys so much, and I want to be that person for somebody else at that show. So really, we're just giving it our all. Within the next probably 2 to 3 weeks, you'll probably start seeing some more videos of this truck with 2 more 107 millimeter turbos, some bigger injectors, and Fair Valley Performance Sigma pump getting put on this thing. We're really just trying to keep up with everybody else. And unfortunately, like, the setup we have should make around 3,000 horsepower, but we need to have the drivability of having more at the crack of the throttle. And so we've kind of revamped, wanting to add some more power. We got some people coming in to come help us with that, and I really think it's going to be a fun ride. I really enjoyed the first hook, and I really enjoy all the people that I'm surrounded by. And, my racing I'm still doing, obviously, but this is kind of the new hype for me, as well as a lot of you guys. So we hope to kind of keep you guys informed on the channel here, and maybe we can make some more horsepower. There's been so many people on this adventure to help. It's really hard finding pulling parts. It was making me lose my mind, like a certain clutch. The clutch on this thing is a Kenny's quad disc clutch. We actually borrowed a clutch from the guy we bought our engine from, Cody Wheeler. He offered it up. His tractor was down, and he said, you know what, just order me a new clutch. This one only has 2 passes on it. Have Kenny over there, Kenny's Pulling Clutch, drop ship me a new one. And so we did just that. That got us rolling. We were lacking on the water to air system, so I reached out to a fellow drag racer friend. He's been a friend of mine for a long time, Jeremy Wagler, the Wagler crew over there. If you guys don't know about him, he is an absolute mastermind at any type of machining. We have one of their billet dual core, 4-port, water to air. I mean, it's massive. It's very heavy, and it is very efficient. Like, that thing will cool anything you put to it. So I can't wait to put that thing to the test. Hot Shot Secret, they have been by my side literally through every motorsport that I've ever wanted to do. They're always there right beside me. We pilot it with their brand new fuel. It has all Hot Shots fluid from front to back in this thing. They're just amazing people over there. Amazing people for the entire diesel motorsports. I mean, they're always there to help any of you guys at the track, or if you call them, they're willing to help you out. Just awesome people. So, kind of, I've mentioned Scheid Diesel. Scheid Diesel hasn't just done the injectors for us. They have Kent Crowder over there has given me advice on what I should do. We were having some head gasket issues in the beginning with oil pouring out the side that kept us from a couple of pulls that we really wanted to make. Kent and I kind of buckled down and found out a copper head gasket solution that was the right thickness and the right firing depth for our groove. That Diamond machine did for us. Diamond machine flattened our head and put the firing grooves in a day. Aaron's been awesome to work with. I told him what kind of rush I was in. He said, "You get it to me and we'll make it happen." Hit that spot on. Just so many people to thank. If I missed you, I did not mean to. There's a lot of people that help me out day in and day out that I can't thank enough. And we can't wait to see where this thing ends.